Guys, I'm telling you, this stuff is too easy. It's too easy. I am so pumped to see the people that hit a freaking grand slam on SENS. I didn't have a position in this, but I'm so glad people made money on it. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Trades. We have technical analysis on different stocks in the stock market, as well as potential buy, hold, or sell opinions on these given stocks. I'd like to preface by saying that I'm not a financial advisor nor expert, so take what I say with a grain of salt. The reason that I started this channel is because a couple years back, I was about $30,000 deep in some medical debt, and I was very fortunate to have some close family, friends, and mentors that pushed me to work hard and invest my money, and I'm happy to say that not only am I now financially free, but I'm doing pretty well for myself at the age of 23. So, if I can pass along any of the information, resources, or tools that are given to me here to the community, make a couple people better off than they were before, that's all that I can ask for. Last, if you would not mind dropping a like on the video, it really does help support the channel, and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content like this. Now, today, I have an update on ticker symbol SENS, another grand slam play here, baby. Let's go. I'm so pumped to see the people that made money on this. I did put out a video on SENS, and it's just another rinse and repeat stock, guys, where we were able to make people a ton of money. I put out a video because SENS had a direct offering, and this was a huge buying opportunity, and I said this has 2 to 3x short-term potential, and it was at $1.66 when I put this video out, and we did touch all the way up to $3.70, which is 2x what it was before, and that is so awesome. We hit another grand slam. I'm so pumped that people were able to make money on this stock. I did not take a position. I got in on the INUV run, and I have no regrets whatsoever because that was a 120% margin stock, but SENS doubled up, and it looks so beautiful, and I just want to give an update on the video to give you guys some more opportunity with this stock. So we're going to cover this macroscopically and microscopically. Look at the 1 month chart as well as the 1 day, 1 minute chart. We'll talk about the overall volume. I do have 3 indicators pulled up, and I'll explain these to you guys really quick. The relative strength index, which is the RSI, anything over 70 overbought, anything under 30 oversold. The 200 EMA, which is the exponential moving average. This is a 200-day price action trend line based on price action over those 200 moving days, as well as the 15-day VAMA, the volume adjusted moving average. And this is a 15-day trend line based on price action over a 15-day moving period that is adjusted according to the overall volume that goes into a stock. Some brokerage accounts don't offer the VAMA. You might have to use the VWAP or the MA. They are about the same thing. It'll look a little bit different, but it is about the same premise. So we'll talk about what these all mean. I do have a retracement here, just a Fibonacci. I'll talk about that more. Potential levels of support, resistance, entry points, exit points, how to play off Senseonics, and the whole 9 yards. So let's just get right into the video. First off, I want to give a shout out to the guys over the Patreon. Thank you guys so much. We do have about 340 members right now. I really do appreciate your guys' support. They will have access to the private Discord, as well as real-time insight to my personal trading. And guys, there's a lot of gold in here. We've got SPAC plays, short-term plays, mid-term plays, long-term plays, investing assistance, chat and questions. A lot of the plays that I bring to your guys' attention, I do not find by myself. We have the community working together, which is why I love Trace Trades. So if you'd like to be a part of the Patreon, there is a link to the description in the description box down below. So if you're not familiar with what Senseonics is, I'll just read you a quick description. They engage in the design, development, and commercialization of implantable continuous glucose monitoring systems for people with diabetes. Its primary product is the brand Eversense, a glucose monitoring device which includes sensor, smart transmitter, and mobile application. And I feel really, really good about this company. I think it's got a lot of mid to long-term potential because that's a very important niche market and very uncapitalized market. So if you think about diabetes as a whole, there's a lot of people with diabetes, guys. There's always going to be a need for a product like this, right? As long as Americans, at least Americans, I think the most obese country in the world, exists. And I know that not all diabetes comes from that, right? I'm not implying that whatsoever. But as long as the need exists, right, for diabetes monitoring, this glucose implantable system is going to not only make things easier, but the market will always exist. People will always need to buy it. And I've never seen that kind of thing before. So if Senseonics can really capitalize on this, commercialize that product, this does seem like a good mid to long-term hold opportunity. So I love the charts on here, especially the price action is super, super filthy. The setup was perfect. They had a direct offering, so we saw a little bit of a bleed here, right? But then we had a news catalyst come out. The stock price absolutely rocketed, and you're looking right now at a double up in a single day if you got into the stock at the beginning of the run-up. I really, really hope you guys took advantage of SENS because it was so freaking filthy. That is what I love to call cooking with Crisco. And it looks like another opportunity may present itself in a very short period of time. So if we look at the charts right now, we do have a little bit of correction happening, and this is not a bad thing. This is healthy for a chart. This is just it's probably going to retrace to one of these levels here on the Fibonacci, and if I had to guess, it's either going to halt at $3.05, or if it pushes through, we have a fair amount of price action at this retracement of 38%, which is $2.64. And if you're looking for an entry point or an opportunity to improve your position, dollar cost average up or down, depending on when you got in, if you're a bag holder, this is going to be your opportunity to do so. So watch for a bounce off of $3.05 if that does happen. And if you do see a bounce, watch for 10-15 minutes of consolidation. If it consolidates for that long, you see some buying pressure, that may be an opportunity for you to get into the stock and hold for a mid to long term period of time. Like I said, I do not have a position in SENS, but if I was to establish one, that is how I would do so. So watch for a bounce off of $3.05. If you see a push through, an even better entry point is going to be that 264 mark. You're going to sit really, really nice if you hold this for a month, 2 months, 3 months. I think you're going to be looking at another double up, triple up, quadruple up, especially because of the need and the market and the lack of competition in that glucose monitoring implantable system. So that looks really nice. The volume is beautiful. We had a little bit of a push right here, right? The stock price shot up in the after hours and pre-market, bled a little bit of red bars here, but a lot of green volume yesterday and not a lot of red volume, right? So I think there's still quite a few people that are holding Senseonics. I don't think you're going to see a lot of people take profits on this. I could be wrong, but based on how the charts look right now, this is extremely bullish territory. This looks like an investor stock, not a trader stock. This looks like one of those penny stocks where a year from now you're going to be like, ah, crap. Why didn't I hold my position in this back when it was $1? Now that it's $20, right? And that's not my price target. I'm not saying it's going to hit $20, but I am saying the opportunity here is extremely high. I think that Senseonics could be one of those stocks that graduates out of penny stock realm along with INUV. I think that if you get into the stock and you hold for a month, you're going to be pretty pleasantly surprised. So watch for a pullback to that $3.05 mark or 264. I think you're going to do extremely well there. The RSI indicator, we were overbought. Historically speaking, if we look at how it corrects, the low points are about 40, 39. We did see one point in which it was 30, but this is quite a while after the run-up, so I'm going to call that an asterisk, an outlier. But most of the time when this thing runs up, the corrections are not very steep, which leads me to believe that we're more likely to see a correction to this $3.05 mark. And actually, if we take a look at the Fibonacci here and look at the previous correction, you can see that we retrace to about 50%. So if that does come to fruition, you're going to see a retracement back down at 231. Is that necessarily going to happen? I can't guarantee that. But just to prepare you guys, that 50% retracement is 231 if we do push through 264. I think 264 is more likely, as that is where we see a little bit of consolidation. There is price action here. So I think you're more likely to see investors and traders try to keep the stock price where they have some knowns, some previous data, right? But if we do push through 264, the previous retracement and correction was 50% back down to 231. So just keep that in the back of your mind to help with your investing decisions. I'd actually be interested to see if we retrace it like this. If you retrace it from the base of this run up right here, 50% would be about $2. Oh, that's so perfect. That's so perfect. That's so perfect, guys. 263. That lines up perfectly. 263 would be the retracement if you draw it from the base of this run-up. So I think that's a perfect level to enter. It would match up exactly with the previous run-up. And if you're looking to improve your position, that's the way to do so. If you're looking to add to your position, create a position, watch for a pullback to that range. I think you can't go wrong here with Senseonics. Now, if we look at the 2-day 1-minute chart, just take a quick peek for any extra confirmations of bullish or bearish territory. We do have a cross under on the 15 VAMA underneath the 200 EMA, which is typically a bearish indicator. This indicates that there's a little bit of selling pressure, and that's to be expected. We're seeing a little bit of a correction right now. And if it does correct down to this 263 to 265 range, I do think you're going to see a solid amount of buying pressure step back in, start to push the stock price back up. Right now we are seeing a little bit of buying pressure back up, a little bit of support and such right here at about $3, which is to be expected also because that $3 barrier is a magical number. Traders and investors like to keep things simple, and each round dollar sign you can expect to be a level of support or resistance, right? It was extremely oversold, bouncing up very nicely right now. The stock is a little bit volatile. It does have some up and down movements, as you can see here. So just be prepared for a bumpy ride if you do decide to take a position in Senseonics. But first and foremost, I just want to present this as an opportunity. I think it is a great mid to long term hold. I don't have a position in the stock, but if if I did, I'd be extremely happy holding it. I just like a Nuvo a little bit better. I like the price action on a Nuvo a little bit better. I like the premise of the company a little bit better, but I think Senseonics, no matter what you do, is going to treat you very nicely if you hold for a period of time. So that is what I have for the update on Senseonics. Congratulations to everybody that smashed this thing out of the park. We hit another grand slam with Senseonics. I'm so pumped to see your guys' margins. I love you guys sharing that with me. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like. It really does help support the channel, and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content like this. And lastly, I do have an affiliate link in the description box down below for TubeBuddy. Now, TubeBuddy is an SEO optimization website that I personally pay a $9 per month membership for, and it is highly what I attribute growing from 0 to almost 10,000 subscribers in a little over a month. So if you're a content creator or looking to become one, this is a great product to help get your videos into the eyes of your intended audience. And if you do use my link, I'll receive a commission off your purchase at no extra cost to you. So it's a great way to support the channel, and if you're not interested, that's totally fine. I just appreciate your support by taking the time to watch my videos. So that's what I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching, my friends, and I will see you all next time. Peace.